Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Big Blue Bug Solutions here on a Saturday. No, we are not lighting up Nibbles Wood Away just yet. We will do that in about 9 more months. But today, we're here because they're starting off a campaign. Big Blue Bug Solutions has been one of the greatest philanthropic organizations in the community. You put them right up there with, the family organizations like Hardy's Furniture and Mattresses, ARP and Van Line. I mean, all these great local Rhode Island families that for years, decades, have been here in our community making a difference. Big Blue Bug Solutions is one of them, and they're here for the today and the next 4 Saturdays, or the next 3 Saturdays after today, and they're collecting food for the Rhode Island Community Food Bank and Amos House. So if you're in the area, they will take food and funds if you want to swing on by right here on 161 O'Connell Street. It's not that it's a really nice lot here, okay? It's nice. Bring the kids, bring the family, come make some donations. We've got some already starting to come in, but we are here until 3 o'clock today. Now I got some folks here from the Taking Positive Action Committee. Now, this is a committee that is part of Big Blue Bug Solutions. So if you are in a position where you need to have them come out to your home, maybe for some preventative maintenance, maybe you got an issue, these are the people you're going to call, and they might be part of that committee. So first, I'm going to bring over JD. JD, good morning. Come on over here, JD. Look at you. Oh, looking great. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and yourself?
Doing great. So talk to me about the Taking Positive Action Committee, the TPAC, as it were. Everything's a pack these days.
It is.
And and you guys obviously take care of the little rodents and insects that pack themselves into your house. But aside from that, you guys just do great work in the community. So talk to me about how this committee started and what we're doing.
Certainly. So last year, somewhere around this time, we had noticed that there was a lot of things going on in the area, in the local Rhode Island area, that needed attention. Now, while like you said, Big Blue Bug has been philanthropic for a long time, we never are out there and kind of promoting it. We want to now use our name to help people to see and try and make a difference. And so we put this committee together so that we can try and serve the community with more outreach and try and get into different type of endeavors to like food drives, and we're doing stuff with Hasbro Children's Hospital. So we've got a lot of stuff going on.
How long have you been working here at Big Blue Bug?
Well, I've been here for 5 years now. Yep.
You like it?
Oh, I love it. It's a
What do you do?
it's a wonderful company. I am the Connecticut supervisor, so I run the state of Connecticut at the moment, and I worked my way up from service specialist, and within 5 years, I ended up running the state.
So that's something that people may not realize is that, we think of the Big Blue Bug here in Rhode Island because obviously there's Nibbles Wood Away on the roof, the Big Blue Bug. But you folks service Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine. You have Maine. Where else?
Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. We do all of the New England states pretty much. I mean, like you said, it's 6 states that we're servicing right now, and eventually down into New York, New Jersey. We're a growing company. We're growing fast. There's lots of opportunity for everybody. We're always hiring. So and it's a great company because the ownership here, they allowed us, you know, start this committee, and hey, they're the ones who are flipping the bill for all of this too. So it's not free for them.
The Goldman family, obviously great people, and they've been doing stuff for a long time. Let's bring Caitlin on in here. Caitlin, how are you? Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning. Good morning. There we go.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So we're collecting food, canned goods for the Amos House and Rhode Island Community Food Bank. What kind of items, are preferred if people want to come down today or for the next 3 Saturdays to make a donation?
Yeah, so Rhode Island Food Bank, lots of people have done a food drive, I'm sure. So non perishable items, specifically cans with tabs, because not everyone has access to a can opener. Cereals, peanut butter, jelly, cans, tuna fish, all of those staples. You can make a meal out of them. They last a long time. That's what the Rhode Island Food Bank is looking for. And then Amos House is if people are unfamiliar, they're an organization that serves people experiencing homelessness and living in poverty in Rhode Island, dealing with unemployment, which has skyrocketed with COVID. So they're looking for things like big canisters of coffee and tea, gently used or new pillowcases, sheets, things like that, new underwear and socks, all of those essentials that might be hard to come by when someone's going through a difficult time.
It's amazing in this community. I don't. Are you a lifelong resident of Rhode Island or Southern New England?
I am not a lifelong Rhode Islander. I wish I was. I moved up here to go to college, and now I'm here for good.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Southern Maryland.
Southern Maryland. Okay, very good. Well, we're glad to have you here, to be quite honest. Southern Maryland's loss is our gain, naturally. But it's amazing to see you work with such these nonprofits, these organizations, like you mentioned, Amos House and Rhode Island Community Food Bank. So you came up here for college. What was it like to experience and learn about all these great nonprofit orgs, along with great businesses like Big Blue Bug?
It was fantastic. I did a lot of service in college. It's not something I really got into until I was 18 and up. And it's nice to see a company like the Big Blue Bug. It's not an evil corporation. The community of Rhode Island and New England has given everything to the company, and we really want to give back to them. So finding these local organizations and even New England wide organizations that do such incredible service has been fantastic.
It's something I think that's been fun over the years. The Goldman family certainly has done the best to humanize as much as you can Nibbles Woodaway. They've got the Nibbles, the stunt double Nibbles, the namesake for the giant termite on the roof here. But he's the happy one. He goes around and spreads all the joy and happiness. Do we know where Nibbles is today? Is he vacationing? Is he what's Nibbles actually doing? The stunt double Nibbles.
Nibbles is not around today. He's off on some secret mission. Maybe you'll hear a little bit more about it in the future, but he wasn't able to make it today.
How does Nibbles Woodaway go undercover? I mean, he's a little hard to kind of blend in. He's blue to begin with, obviously, Big Blue Bug. But how does he hide? How does he, is there anything he learns from, his ancestry to kind of stay hidden?
Well, termites do live underground, so that he's got that going for him. Plus, you throw a mask on, and you can't recognize anybody these days, so he gets by.
That's right. Nibbles with a mask on. You can't recognize him. He's one of us. I think Joan Osborne, right? What if Nibbles was one of us? It could be a thing there. So, Caitlin, what do you do here at Big Blue Bug?
I am the co-chair of the Taking Positive Action Committee, and in the 40-hour work week, I work for the wildlife department. So if you ever get squirrels in your attic, bats in your attic, that's what we handle.
Oh, so do you get to go out to customers' homes and you get to that's gonna be fun.
Yep, it is a good time.
You've got stories, but we're not going to talk about those stories for the safety and privacy. But this is the time of year where everything's starting to come back to life. And I was talking with Brian Goldman, the CEO here, yesterday. I was talking about the phone, and he said, "Yeah, we'll probably start getting busy in the next 10 days." He goes, "But it's going to be really warm this weekend, so our phone might start ringing off the hook. This is the time when everything starts to wake up."
Yep, it always comes all at once. It is unbelievable.
All right. Well, Caitlin, folks, if you have any issues, obviously you can always call them. You may have Caitlin come to your home, or one of the fine, very qualified, wonderful folks over here. They got the blue booties. We don't need them out here, obviously, but you got the masks. We're good. We're good. Everybody's doing the safe thing. So, Caitlin, it's great. We're glad you're here. And let's bring up Michael next. Michael, looking fantastic. How are you today, sir? Michael?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing good. Michael, you are part of this whole committee here. There's a lot of things that'll be coming down the pipe, but why bring this committee together? What was the thought behind it, and what made you want to join?
Just to help provide help with the Rhode Island community, and hopefully branch out to our other states and help out with them along the lines. But just to get at least a couple jobs in line to where we could help out, say with the food bank, to help out the community, because we would see people around where we would service that were in need of food, and they were telling us that they were going to the food bank a lot. And so we noticed that it was a need in the community, and let alone Amos House with the homeless population and unemployed population rising due to COVID pretty greatly. We knew we had to help out in any way we could.
Now, you folks, you have this committee, the Taking Positive Action Committee. You have this idea. Be honest, how hard of a sell was it to Brian and to the leadership here at Big Blue Bug? I mean, did you have to go in with multiple layers of presentations and like schmoozing gifts and all that other stuff? Or
No, Brian's a pretty great man. The whole family, the Goldmans, are great people. It didn't really take much to convince them, just a well-organized plan on what we were doing, and they just said yes. Brian has been fully helping us through this at every moment, and they're really thankful that we're doing it, and all the great work that me and Caitlin are doing. They didn't take much to convince at all.
now we talk about Some of the items here we're collecting, obviously, canned goods, non-perishable items and stuff. Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
From New York,
Long Island, New York. Yep.
Long Island. So when you moved here and you say, okay, now I live in Rhode Island, does that like greatly confuse people?
A lot of times, yeah, when I get down to certain, like, down to the people in Narragansett that are, used to the area, they'll always be like, "Oh, Long Island." Some people don't even know where it is sometimes. But yeah, people confuse it quite a bit. Even people from, friends that have in other states, they get confused because one year I'm living in Long Island, one year I'm living in Rhode Island, but they're just two of the best places on earth. So that's what I always let them know.
So is it true you got hired because you're a Yankees fan, and obviously Tony DeJesus with his Saturday morning radio show, and he's probably on right now talking about how great the Yankees are and everything.
Yeah, once he heard that I was from New York and that I was a Yankees fan, he had me come out because unfortunately JD's a Mets fan. It's a shame that we have him here because of that, but Tony took a liking to me because of that.
Caitlin, baseball teams. What baseball team do you like?
Oh man, I'm from Maryland, so I guess the Orioles, but I'm really non-committal.
All right, we're gonna cut. No, I'm kidding. Get back over here, all of you. Come on over here. So for the next 3 weeks, today included, you still have plenty of time to get on down to a local grocery store or swing by a shop to pick up some of the items that you had mentioned: the sheets, the underwear and socks, new packages for the Amos house and stuff. Any of that stuff. The other thing too is if folks aren't able to get down here, but they want to make a donation, they could just simply call, and one of the service techs, they'll set it up at some point over the next couple of weeks to come by, just leave it on the door because the whole social distancing thing, if I'm correct with that.
Yes, that's true. That is correct. So if they call and they make an appointment, or they can leave it at the door, and we'll schedule one of our guys to stop by and pick it up.
Awesome. So this is going to be going on for the next couple of weeks. They'll be here till 3 o'clock in the afternoon each Saturday. We got beautiful weather today. I already think, JD, you're going to use my little reflector there to kind of get the under with the tanning and stuff to make it look good because, beach season's coming.
It's coming soon.
I've got to get my Speedo out. I know we go to the same Speedo guy, so that's a beautiful thing. Caitlin is just...
Full body one for me. Full body one for me.
Caitlin over here is making notes so she can talk to HR on Monday morning first. I am disturbed. No. But this is awesome, guys. I can't thank you enough. This is really great stuff, folks. Again, down here right here, right off the highway, exit 18, or however you get to, just punch in Big Blue Bug on your GPS. Follow Nibbles. Nibbles will lead the way. They said that about some great leaders in history, too. So, you never know. But this is awesome. And recently, you guys have started taking part with the Good Night Lights over at Hasbro Children's Hospital. This has been going on for a while. Founded by Steve Brosnahan. He started the whole thing. Now this is like every night at I think it's 8:30 is the nighttime. So talk to me about that.
Well, it goes from 8:30 to 8:35 every night, and what happens is the light blinks every 3 seconds, and it stays on for 3 seconds, goes off for 3 seconds. The kids over at Hasbro are able to see it from the windows there, and then they flash back. It's great. They're with the time that we're in right now, and these kids feeling, like they're all alone. It's good for them to see that somebody still cares and somebody's looking out for them, thinking about them. And that's what we're trying to do. There's a lot of great people who do that, like the police department does it as well. There's people that are going to be, camping out in certain parking lots that do it. And it's Steve Brosnahan has been great with this. He's done a great job.
This is something where I've actually seen stories and heard stories that a child will get some great news. Hey, guess what? You're going home today. And they're excited, but at the same time, they're like, oh, so that means last night was my last good night lights. They look forward to it. And it's one of those things where it's like, they do such great work over there. When you heard about Good Night Lights, Caitlin, because this has been going on for a little while, what did you think? And I mean, did you blow through like 2 boxes of puffs tissues to deal with hearing about it?
The children in the behavioral health unit at Hasbro have a really good view of Nibbles from their windows. And that in particular is who Steve Brosnahan mentioned when he reached out to us. And mental health is something that is near and dear to me. So it was a tearjerker knowing that they were looking for Nibbles to participate in this. So I'm absolutely glad to be a part of it. We're trying to organize an appearance of the Nibbles mascot, his stunt double, at Hasbro Children's Hospital to hand out some of our Nibbles baseball cards and stuff like that, and give the kids something else to look forward to. So keep an eye out for that. It's in the works.
That is incredible. Obviously, mental health just overall. through the past year it's been such a tough topic because people have completely have their lives uprooted for years. Kids have been going through various circumstances or situations dealing with, and the great work that they do over at Hasbro Children's Hospital. Now it's multiple sides of the buildings where you see those blinking lights, which is awesome. Obviously, Nibbles being part of that, that's really cool and exciting. Um, just out of curiosity, Michael, what does Nibbles eat to stay healthy and fit?
He eats as much wood as he can get. It's tough because he doesn't want to ruin the Rhode Island community, but he is a termite. He's got to eat. He's got to stay, up on the building and healthy. So we every once in a while will bring up a couple sheets of wood just so he can have a nice snack at night. But typically he just eats some good wood, maybe some dead trees out in the forest over in Barrington. But yeah, just typically wood.
Okay, all right. So I didn't know if he was a salad guy or something, but I guess not. Well, folks, go online. You can find all this information if you're watching right now, which is great. We appreciate it. Please share this information with folks. Come on down, help support the amazing work that they're doing here at Big Blue Bug Solutions. They're great people, wonderful families. Like I mentioned, there's just so many great things happening here in Southern New England, in New England as a whole, and we're just really excited about it. Of course, I'd be remiss not to say, we have the Big Blue Bug Solutions dugout up at the Woo Sox coming up pretty soon. So those benches are made of wood. You keep Nibbles away from those.
Make sure.
I don't want Josh Ockamy falling through or anything, although it's beautiful. But you guys obviously have a great presence up in Worcester, Maine, just all the areas. I mean, let's face it too. You do take care of Gillette Stadium, so yeah, that's kind of a big tall task. So whether you're a small home, a big home, or a commercial industry, just reach out. They'll help you as best they can. They'll get the job done. All right, folks, they're going to get the job done. So thank you so much. Thank you to you guys for being dedicated, being out here, folks. Learn more, share about them. And of course, as always, you can always go to bigbluebugsolutions.com to learn more about the great stuff happening here. All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Go
you.
Big Blue.